Today, other interesting political news, you have Vivek RIP Laken Riley going viral on X Twitter. Now, as the youth might say, this went viral to say the least. It got 1.7 million views in the first 48 hours and 81,000 likes. So it's just one of his most liked posts he's had all year. Again, this comes from his personal X Twitter profile in which he says, quote, "Rest in peace, Laken Riley," prayer emoji. And the picture he accompanies it is it takes the Black Lives Matter logo and actually changes the first word. So it says American Lives Matter. The American, in true patriotic form, is in fact not black and white. It is red, white, and blue, multiple times. Now that got again 1.7 million views and 81,000 likes. Now, again, that's probably one of the biggest, most controversial things. Someone who is here illegally, committing the ultimate crime, taking someone's life, taking an innocent person's life specifically. And it's got basically no media coverage. No one is talking about this in the mainstream media. Now, it has gone viral on X Twitter, partially, I suspect, because there's much more diversity of thought in X Twitter, which is like what I like most about it the most. It's pretty much all the same canned responses on most social media platforms, which makes it pretty boring. Now, going down the comments, you have Paul Zazupa saying, quote, "Rest in peace, Laken Riley, and all the Americans lost in the past 3 years because Joe Biden refused to defend the border," unquote, getting 406 likes. Molly Pitcher says Biden's fault, and is a picture of Biden, but there is a bloody hand, and the three fingers, or the middle three fingers, actually make up the E from the blood print, which is quite horrifying. Got 495 likes. Gunther Eagleman says, quote, "American Lives Matter," quoting 718 likes. Dana Fauci says on Joe Biden's watch, and there's a picture of her, and there's a picture of the morally depraved person who took her life prematurely, again, when she was innocent. They got 308 likes. Chiam22 says, "Joe Biden can't even say her name. We won't forget. We will remember Laken," unquote. Candle emoji getting 335 likes. Let's see. Oren says, quote, "Now at 763 preventable deaths, there have been thousands that have been reported. Another illegal arrested, not deported, and was then able to kill Laken. Look at how many of the 763 preventable deaths I posted were committed by an illegal alien that was previously arrested," unquote. And they give a long article that got 125 likes. Jericho says, quote, "American Lives Matter, Laken Riley Lives Matter. And if it wasn't for Biden and Mayorkas, she would be alive today," unquote, 90 likes. Scroll down more and more. Jamie simply says, "Don't expect Biden to say her name. He doesn't care about Americans, and that's blatantly obvious. No matter how much we push this issue, he will never say her name," unquote, 48 likes, which, I don't know, spoiler alert, she was also, just happens to be white, so a lot of people are speculating that's another reason why it doesn't fit the traditional narrative that most politicians are using to try to drum up more votes and more campaign funds. So, I mean, I tend to agree. I don't think you'll ever hear this individual's name from, I guess, as this is devolved into a political issue, I don't think you'll see it being spoken from people who are traditionally on the left, because, again, it goes against the whole thought of having an open border and the inherited flaws, especially on the security perspective that it has. So it'll be interesting to see if this, continues to go viral, if there's any changes in U.S. policy with the border or anything done differently to prevent this from happening again. Because, again, I think this should unify all Americans. Because, again, no American should want someone to die. And this is an instance where someone was arrested, they were let go, and the person died. And they're also here illegally. So even if you remove the immigration factor, or the illegal immigration factor, there's still people that are breaking the law, getting arrested, and getting released, and having a high rate of doing even worse things, in this case, taking someone's life. Again, that seems to me that this should unite a lot of Americans. I'm not saying it will, but I think it's something that a lot of people in the middle will agree with is, again, this is one of the issues, one of the reasons you do need border security, is that you could vet the proper people so that people who are coming here are not criminals, they don't have a violent background, and they're going to be positive contributing members of society. So it'd be interesting to see if, the odds of this actually uniting America, it's not zero, but say that unfortunately it probably isn't great. But let me know in the comments if you think this particular case will be a political issue that is brought forth again and again by, maybe Trump will bring it up to kind of use it. And again, it is kind of sad that politicians use these things to their advantage or disadvantage. But it'll be interesting to see, I mean, what policies, or do they even enforce the policies they currently have? Is there any lessons learned at the end of the day so that these types of things don't happen again, which I think everyone should hope we don't want this to happen again. But as always, leave your let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. I'd be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Again, we're trying to get 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you could click that button, I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving us a thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback so I can know how to make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.